welcome to Fifth Third Stadium, home to the Kennesaw State Owls. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kennesaw State Owls. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Jacksonville State's offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Here's the heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Owls offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Back to throw, it's Durant. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Loses one. It's a turnover on downs.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to take off. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. He leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air.
Hold it.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Running to the left. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looking downfield, it's Durant. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st down from the 28. Give to the big fullback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll give it to him again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short drive. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up.
He's loose. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
14, Jacksonville State, 0.
From inside the 10, here he comes.
The returner is tackled down.
Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. He'll run for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff to the single running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The kick is on its way. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Snap to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Might as well give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Durant. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll try the run. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down play from the gun. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Durant. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
First down for the offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Step. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Plucks it out of the air. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Looking for a man. It's Durant. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away.
Number 13, on to punt it away.
Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the tight end. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Sends it back in motion. He's looking to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Holds it in on the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage.
There he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Bring in the heat. And the throw out to the sideline. Good for just a few yards. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Durant. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold on.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. And the returner will be brought down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The sure hands, it's Durant. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
And that kind of tells you how the season's gone for this squad. Just whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense, now it's the special teams, missing a makeable kick. It's been that kind of year.
Snags it over the middle. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Keeps it on the draw. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Looking to throw, it's Durant. It's complete on the right side. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Kennesaw. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Quarterback may change this route. Look out, he's got room. Past the 40. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Owls.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Iowa has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. We don't always see this from this group. They're up by 27 over Wisconsin. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that to the catch.
4 punts punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Here's the pressure, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
28, Jacksonville State, 10.
He'll bring it out. It's Paul. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Gives it on the option. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Durant. Pressure coming. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll go to the ground, and they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Now on 2nd and short. Direct snap, finding open areas. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Handoff from the shotgun. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying the left side. Breaks into the open. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? It's a draw. Just ran him over. Headed to the end zone. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And the stomping has commenced. I think it's fair to say he didn't exactly have blazing speed on that one, but efficiently maneuvers his way into the end zone.
He had enough speed, Reese, to get into the end zone. That's what he had. That's all you need. You don't have to have the fastest 40 time in the world. Can you get in the end zone? Yes, he can.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
35. Jacksonville State, 10.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's step. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. He'll try to do it himself. And they're able to get him on the ground. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw on 3rd. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This has been a frustrating day. And I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Quick release on the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Brings up 2nd down.
The give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Durant. Quick strike complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. We've reached a break. It's Kennesaw State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He's open on the right. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's now 2nd and goal.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! He would not be denied. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive.
Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Fires to the big fella. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Second down coming up. Off the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. To the air. It's Durant. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
Kennesaw State, 49. Jacksonville State, 10.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Rides the back. He'll take it himself. Makes it past the marker. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. Running back searching for a hole. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They want that clock to run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. From the gun, running back gets the give. Can't get him to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. He'll do it himself. Made a defender miss. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. A 1st down run on the doorstep. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They go to the ground. Powers through. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.